morning, FLYTUBE. I've actually been up since about like 6, 7 o'clock, but you know, it's about like 10 o'clock in the morning now. I'm off of work. Your girl's off work, and I'm about to get some work done on my laptop, chill for a little bit, and work on some stuff. I also will show y'all how I made my YouTube intro and how I made my YouTube outro for Vlogmas. And y'all gonna see that a little bit later in the video once I finish, you know, actually putting one together to show y'all. You feel me? You feel me? All right, but I'll see y'all in a little bit.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I'm currently on my way home, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn them post notifications on. And comment below the content that you would like me to do. Like, just let me know. Q&As, get ready with me's, how-tos, how I edit all my YouTube stuff. Let me know. Comment down below, because I definitely edit everything by myself. All my videos, my banner, my everything. I edit everything by myself. And you know, a lot of people ask me like, oh, can you show me how to do this? Can you show me how to do that? So comment down below if y'all would actually like me to start dropping videos on how I like make logos and flyers and banners, and how I edit using the different apps that I use. And all the apps that I use for editing is not like, I don't use Final Cut Pro, I don't use iMovie. I use like the little apps that people use to edit and make intros, like, and I just use it to make a whole video. But comment down below if that's what y'all want to see, because I will gladly share it.
Many unbearable hours later.
Okay, so here we're going to start off with CapCut, and I already started, but you're going to click on new project. This is what I have so far, but in order to get the snowflakes, you're going to go to effects and scroll all the way back, go to effects, go to Christmas, snowflakes, and click on it. And then when you click play, that's what makes the snowflakes appear. Now you're gonna go into your Phonto app. You're gonna click plain images, click the white button. You're not gonna change the size of the color. You're gonna click use and save. You're also gonna save it again. And then you're going to come out of that, go back into CapCut, and you're going to add overlay. Go to your photos and click on that white box. After you do that, you're going to center it and then scroll over to mask. And you're going to click the circle. You can adjust the size how you want it. I made mine a little bit bigger. And then I brought it out to where I couldn't see the square anymore. And I kind of wanted it to be a faded circle. Then I go to opacity, and I kind of mess around with it. When it comes to opacity, I don't really never know the actual number I want to put it on. I kind of just mess around until it feels good. And then you add animation. But I mean, it's up to you if you want to add an animation, but I didn't, because I think it just makes sense for it to already be there once I add everything else. So I'm going to come out of that, and then I'm going to get the picture. I'm going to use Des Dior, and I'm actually going to add a couple of pictures to this, I don't even know what I'm trying to say to y'all right now, but I am using Canva. I definitely didn't say that, but on Canva, all I did was add the pictures that I already uploaded, and we are going to crop the background and use the background remover. And I pay for Canva, so certain things will not be accessible. There are other apps that you can use to do this, but for me, Canva just works best. And I just make sure I remove the background on all these pictures. And these are just a couple of pictures that I screenshotted today, just so I can show y'all how I do my intro, because normally it would be pictures of me. So when you're ready to do this, make sure you get some cute pictures of you, girl. Okay, so we are going to save these images. Now you're going to click download, make sure it's PNG. Also, click use transparent background. You don't always have to save all of these. You can literally click the pages that you want. I didn't need page 4 because it's blank. So, but then I decided to go back and add her name because I am going to need that for, to finish the video. But as you can see, Canva has a lot of different fonts to play around with and all this other stuff, and it gives you a lot of templates to just mess around, and I love it because it just, the variety of things to choose from. I feel like I'm getting my money's worth, honestly. So I'm just gonna type out her name right here, Des Dior. I'm gonna play around with it a little bit. I don't have specific fonts that I would like to use every time I make a video or whatever the case might be. I normally just mess around to see what looks the best or what fits what I typed out, if that makes sense. I did want this to stand out. That's why I chose the Astria Smith. I'm gonna duplicate it and add it underneath. And once I do that, I'm going to center it, make sure everything looks good, and then I'm going to change the color. I'm going to make the top one pink, and then the bottom one is going to be a gray, like a dark gray. Now I am going to add some effects to these letters because I feel like they're just a little plain right now, so I'm going to make them neon. And I like the way it looks now. It just pops a little bit. It doesn't, not too much, but it does a little something. So we're gonna go back, make sure you choose the page that you want to save, PNG, transparent background, and we're gonna download. I'm out of that and go back into CapCut. We're gonna add the overlay, go to our photos, click on that photo and add it right in the middle, adjust it, and then go to mask. But we're gonna use split this time because we want the bottom part, the gray part, to fade out a little bit over the white spot because it's like the background. And so I bring the middle part down a little bit, and I really don't want to see the bottom of the letters, so I kind of just play around. There's no legit technique. This is just how I do it. You can kind of just mess around and do it how you want to do it until what feels right for you, because that's what I feel like I do. There's no specific way to actually do this. Whatever feels right for you, girl or boy. Let me not say that because I just be always feeling like I'm talking to my girls. But we're gonna add an animation, and I kind of just be bouncing around with the animations. Always make sure you set it to 1 second so it plays out. It's not like a quick little jump at the screen. And yeah, so this is what it looks like so far. So now we are going to click overlay. We're going to click on the picture that we removed the background on, and we're going to go to, well, we're going to adjust it because I don't want it to everything to start at the same time. I'm going to center this. Well, I want to make this bigger, but I also want to use mask as well. But I'm going to make it the mask bigger and just blur out around her a little bit to match the white circle in the back. And then bring that so that it blows up in the whole screen. And then we're gonna add an animation to that so that it doesn't just pop up like that. So we're gonna go to animation, and I'm not really sure which one I wanted to do, but the zoom in was calm, so that might be it. But I kind of like to bounce around when it comes to the animations because, like I said, you got to feel around what feels right for you, and the flip just made sense. Like, look at this. Right, it's calm, it's sweet, it's cute, it's giving what it's supposed to give. So we're gonna come out of that and go back to Canva, right? I'm gonna add a page and we're gonna write out Des Dior again, but in cursive this time. We are going to be writing Des Dior in cursive. Right now it's on the, I don't know why it just took me so long to spell out Des Dior, but you know, your girl is doing a lot. But I'm gonna mess around with the different fonts. It was on Majesty. This is Jimmy's script right now. I don't know if I really like it. But maybe after I capitalize the D's, it will make it better. But it's cute. But I kind of just mess around because, you know, when you save it, you also want it to be centered so that when you're trying to center it on your video, you don't want it to look off. You want it to center correctly. So I did choose another font. I don't even remember the name of the font, guys. I apologize. But this is what I chose, and I'm going to go back and choose a different font because I like to bounce around and just make sure it all feels right. So this just, it's giving. So I like this. We're going to save it. Make sure you always click transparent background. You do not want that white background. And even if you do use a white background, I will show you later on in the video how to remove the background. So we're going to go back to CapCut and add another overlay. Go to photos and add the recent thing you saved from Canva. And then you're going to time it out to when you want to, where you want to put it out. I'm going to drop it down here in the corner just because, you know, you kind of see the Des Dior in the back, but you also want it to be there for the aesthetics. So you're going to bring the Des Dior in cursive to the side so you can see it, but it's really just like her signature is there in the video. So you're going to add an animation. And I feel like, once again, you just got to bounce around and feel what looks right for you. Also, don't forget to put it for 1 second because that 0.1 or that 0.3 or that 0.8 second is going to look like your screen. The thing is just jumping at your screen. So make sure you set that to 0.1 seconds. So when we play it all back, this is what it looks like. So once we are done with this, I'm going to save it and export it, and then we're going to come out of that and go to Vita. And you're going to click new project, and the same thing that you just saved is what you're going to click on. And we're going to add a frame to this. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to effects, and you're going to go to Christmas. Once you go to Christmas, you're going to see this little Xmas record. You're going to add that so that it gives that little border. You're going to click OK. You're going to drag that out all the way to the end of the video. And then you're going to play it back to just so it looks all good. And once you're done with that, you're going to exit out of that. You're going to make sure everything is the way you want it to be, the resolution, and then you're going to export it. And then once that's done exporting, we're going to get started on the second part of the intro. So here we're back in CapCut. We're going to start new. We are going to add the previous background and another background. And after we're done with that, we are going to cut the previous background a little shorter than it already is, so it's not too long. You're also going to delete the end credit, the end title. And you're going to extend this a little bit longer. And you don't have to do it this way, but I just like to do it this way because it gives it a smooth transition and it just looks nice. And you're gonna do square blur because it gives it the pop of pink. And then once you add the effect, go to video effect, go to Christmas, scroll down, click on snowflakes. It's gonna look cute because it looks like the snowflakes are blurring onto the next slide. Just like that. So once we are done doing that, we'll add another overlay. We're gonna do the same thing with the white square. I'm gonna drag it out to the end. After we're done doing that, we're gonna go down to mask. This is also my first time using my MacBook mouse with my iPad. That's why it's that little dot keeps doing whatever it wants to do. But we're gonna do the same thing with this box, and we're just gonna blur the circle out a little bit. Click OK, then go to opacity, turn that down a little bit more, and you know, you can bounce around with it. Like, this is just how I do it. You can bounce around and do it how you want to do it. We're gonna add the Des Dior back again, but the only difference between this one and the first slide is we're gonna turn the we're gonna mask it again, center it and all that other stuff, but we're gonna turn the opacity down for this one just a little bit more than the first one, just so that it's a blur, because it's gonna be in the background and you're only gonna see it for like a split second, but it's just so that when it transitions from the first part to the second part, it sounds okay, it transitions very smoothly, just like this. From there, you're gonna add another overlay, and those other pictures that we cut out, we're gonna click on those, the ones where she's full body, where it's a full body picture, but well, at least it's not just a face picture. And then we're gonna blow that picture up, just pull it off to the side. Yes, and then we're gonna come out of that, and we are going to add another picture because I thought I removed the background on more pictures, but you know, it never hurts to go back and do it again. So we're gonna choose another picture where she's standing and posing. I'm gonna choose this white, where she has the white shirt on, and we're gonna wait for that to upload, and then we're gonna click edit image, remove the background. And you know, everything takes its time. Technology just takes its time. It's time. I can't talk. Don't forget to transparent background, choose your page, and download, y'all. Whew. So we're gonna come out of that, go back into CapCut, and then you're gonna add another overlay. Now, CapCut definitely only allows you to add a certain amount of overlays, so we just gonna keep adding until we can't add no more. So we're gonna go back and add another picture to the video. Y'all, I'm tired. We are going to drag the second overlay all the way out to the end of the video. And we are also going to blow this picture up so that it fills the whole screen. And then we're going to draw that off to the side as well. We're going to give it an animation. I want them to slide in from each end. So the picture with the white shirt on, I want it to come in from the left. And then the picture with the skirt on, I want it to slide in from the right. And I want them to slide in at the same time so that, you know, once I click play, it all comes together. So once we are done messing around with animations, this is my thing. I love messing around with animations. Don't forget to put it on 1 second. I'm not going to stop saying that. And when y'all edit your own video and y'all notice the difference, y'all will understand why I keep saying this. So once you leave here, you're going to go into Record Maker and you're going to choose whatever video that you have of yourself. I just chose like a TikTok. You're going to go into Mockup and I'm going to choose iPhone 14. And then here's where you can, however you want to position it, you can kind of play around or however you want the phone to look on your screen. I'm going to go to the 14 Pro because I want the phone to be gold, but they do have every color. But I did not really like this angle, and the angle that I have in my original intro is this one. So once I change that, I go back and make sure the phone is gold. And then after that, we're going to go to color, the background color. Now you're gonna want to make sure that the background color is green. I'm shuffling around over here because it took me a while to remember that. But you're gonna click add color, and you're gonna make the background green. You don't want to make it red. I mean, you can make it red, but you want to make it green. Just make sure that nothing in the actual video is green, because when you remove the background, whatever's green in the video will get removed as well with that. Now you're going to save this clip. Make sure you save it to your videos, or you're gonna go to CapCut and it ain't gonna be there. But you're gonna go back to CapCut and insert that as an overlay. Now you're gonna cut out the background, that green background. I know y'all don't want that there, but once you're done dragging this over, like I said, this is my first time using my trackpad with my iPad. That's why everything's just not moving the way I need it to. We're gonna bring the video down to, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, because you want it to last as long as what the clip is. And now we are going to scroll at the bottom for cutout. It's right there, girl. And you're gonna go to Chrome key. And you're gonna put the Chrome key over the green. Then you're gonna go to intensity. Now the intensity is what's gonna remove the green. You can still see the green in the background, and you can increase the intensity as much as you want. This is why I say that you don't want any green in the picture, because it will remove it and your video will look a little funny looking. But I chose mine to be like 6 just because I wanted it to be visible and clean and sleek. So now I kind of just mess around with it, blow it up, straighten it out a little bit, and just kind of make it fit right directly in the middle. And now y'all know I love a good animation, so we're gonna go to animations. Make sure you set that to 1 second. Like I said, I'm not gonna stop saying it. And I kind of want it to bounce in, but like not that dramatic. I want it to be subtle, like. So we're just gonna click around, and I feel like this is it. I really do feel like this is it. So now we are going to adjust the pictures beside the phone, because we want it to flow. Right now it looks, I don't know about y'all, but it looks a little weird. So I want to just adjust these pictures and make sure that it looks cute, you know, nothing too crazy, nothing too spread out, like. And then we're going to blow up the phone a little bit, because I want it to look like everything's going into each other, but not really. Exactly. Calm, cute, sleek, nothing too crazy. And I'm just messing around with it, making sure that it looks how I would want it to look for it to be my intro. Like, so now we're gonna come out of here, and I'm gonna show you how to add the bow, and we're gonna add another overlay. Now I already did, and I already saved the bow, right here. So we're gonna add that, but I'm also gonna show y'all how I got the bow. So we're gonna go back into Canva. I don't know what I'm looking for, but we're gonna go back into Canva, and I kind of just type in where it says elements, not template, elements, and I would type in gold ribbon if you're blue, green, yellow, pink, whatever ribbon you would want whatever color you would want your ribbon to be. And the same thing I would do with every other image. I would click on whatever ribbon. There's some cute ribbons here. This is why I like Canva, because Canva just gives you more options and varieties of things to do. So here I am just messing around with a couple ribbons, and you can choose from literally any one of the videos. So we're gonna go back into CapCut and choose the ribbon that I already had. And this ribbon is gonna start a little bit later in the video because I want it to appear after everything else appeared. The phone, the two pictures, I want it to kind of sort of fade in like a gift. So we're gonna shorten it a little bit and just make sure it's coming in at the right time. Then once we get that situated, cut that a little bit short, we're gonna adjust the bow. So we're gonna adjust the ribbon across the screen, tilt it a little bit. You can put it straight across. You can literally just have it at the bottom. You can literally put it straight across like a present, but it's up to you. So we're gonna go on with the animation again, and I think I'm just gonna make this fade in, nothing too crazy, because you know the other things are already coming in, bouncing around. So we're just gonna let the ribbon fade in. Okay, so now we're gonna go back into Canva, and we are going to type out her Instagram name, and her merch line. So we're gonna go into Canva, like I just said. I don't know why I'm repeating myself. And we're just gonna type in her @ name, which is the number 1 and Des Dior. And I don't really like the way this font looks, let alone the color and just how everything looks. So we're gonna mess around with it, and we're gonna change it up a little bit. So I honestly just scrapped the whole thing and started all over because I just wasn't feeling the color wave and everything. So we are gonna go back into and type in her @ name again. I don't know what it is about this girl name today that I just cannot get it right. But we're gonna change the size to a smaller size, just so it fits on the page perfectly in the middle. And then, you know, we're gonna mess around with the font, and I don't feel like I have set fonts that I like for me. Like this font right here, Sacramento, I like it when I edit like my hair page and stuff, but I'm not sure if I like it for a YouTube intro. So I mean, we're gonna leave it like this for now. Add another page and add her other @ name. So we're gonna duplicate this. Maybe I should just not use my trackpad next time, but we're gonna duplicate this, and we're gonna type in her other Instagram handle, the other Instagram name, which is her merch, which is number 1, Rich Merch. And we are just, look at me, would you look at this? Just struggling. But we got it, y'all. So we are also just gonna, I'm not feeling it. Like the number 1 looks like an I or an L. It's just not giving what I wanted it to give. So we're just gonna have to mess around again. So I would have to say handwriting and Canva has to be my favorite type of font. Like it just looks nice. Like look at this. This is apricots, and it just it looks nice. Everything, you can tell that it says One Rich Merch. Like, it's not going to be a confusion of what it says. Oh, what's her Instagram name? I mean, but it's Des Dior. You know what I'm trying to say? But when it's your Instagram name, you want to say your Instagram name. Don't forget to click transparent background and choose the pages that you want. And I'm going to keep telling y'all choose transparent background because, don't get me wrong, you can also upload it like this and use Chrome key, but it's not worth it. So now we're going to go back and we're going to add a little Instagram button. So we're going to go into elements and we're going to type in Instagram. And it gives you so many graphics, but I'm going to choose a little round circle. And it's going to come up black because the background is white, and we're going to make it white. Because when you save it, we want it to have a transparent background so it comes up white. And now we are going to go back into CapCut and add another overlay. And this overlay is going to be the Instagram names. I don't know why I tried to do 2 at a time, and I knew it wasn't going to let me do it. But, you know, Africans always be like, try and fail, no disgrace. And I tried. So we're going to move this over to the side. We're going to tilt it a little bit and readjust it so that it fits on the ribbon. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other name. We're going to make this fade in just like the ribbon. But you know me, I like to play around with these animations. Like, I don't know what it is, y'all, but I just like to play around with the animations because they just be looking so cute, especially certain videos that I'm doing. But we're going to go back and we're going to add another overlay. If I'm not mistaken, this is probably the last overlay I can add to this clip, honestly. And we're just going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to tilt it a little bit, add it, pull it off to the side of the ribbon, and we're going to add it there. Now, normally I would not leave it like this because, you know, for my eyes, I'm not sure about you guys, but for my eyes, the red and the gold on the ribbon it's not really catching my eye, at least on this, on my iPad. Maybe on an actual TV screen, you'll be able to see it better, but if, like I said, I knew this was going to happen. So with that being said, we're just going to play this out to make sure everything looks nice. And one thing that I didn't do is I didn't pull the ad names all the way to the end. But being that this is just me showing y'all how I do it, make sure you pull all your things to the end. So what we're going to do to avoid adding another overlay, well, not being able to add another overlay, we're going to export it. We're going to exit out of this clip. And then we are going to add another project. And we're going to click the clip that we just exited out on and add. Now we're going to be able to add another overlay. Make sure you delete that end credit. And you're going to time it out around the time when the ribbon and both ad names appear, because this is where you're going to add the Instagram button. So you're going to add overlay, go to photos, and it's going to be the first blank picture because you want it to come out like that. Now, when you click add, you're going to scroll all the way over and click copy because it makes no sense for you to go back and add another overlay when you're going to use the same thing twice. So you're going to drag that down and I'm just going to resize them to fit over each ad name. It doesn't really matter the placement. Just put it where you feel. I felt like it would look nice in this corner. Same thing with this one. I felt like it would look nice in the corner as well. So we're just going to shrink it a little bit and pull it off to the side. And I'm not going to give these fancy animations either. We're probably just going to let these fade in. Just like the ribbon and the ad names. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, at least on CapCut. So when we play it out, this is what we're looking at. Now, the buttons also go further than the rest of the clip, so, you know, adjust it. But after we do this, we are going to go back and make sure it plays out right, and we're going to export this. Once we're done exporting this, we're going to come out of here, and then we're going to go to Vita. Once we're in the app Vita, we are going to add a new project, and the frame that I'm going to put on the second part of this video, it's in effects. I just don't remember exactly which category it's in. That's why I am bouncing around trying to look for it so I can show you guys, but I really do not remember. But I know that I recently used it, so I just go to my, after I'm done, just trying to look for it so I can show you guys. But I really didn't take my time to look for it. I'm not gonna lie here. So I just went to my, and I recently used it, and it's this burning clip. So we're gonna add this to the beginning. And I did drag it out, but I also pulled it back in at the end because it makes the burning clip come back in the middle of the clip, and I didn't want that. Like right here, it's gonna close and come back in, and I didn't want that. So I pulled the burning clip back to where it's right here, and then once I played the video over again, it opens up just like that. So once we're done with the second clip, we're going to move on to the third clip. We're going to go to new project. We're going to go to photos. I already started with these. I already cut these out. So all I will do is, I was going to add this photo as the last clip, but I want to do this photo just because of how the third clip looks. And I wanted to give it the snow feel, the snowy Christmassy feel. Don't forget to delete the end. I do shorten this a little bit to about like 2.5, just not too much. And then what I'm going to do is add effects. I'm going to add the video effects. Go back to Christmas. We're going to click on snow. And once I click on snowflake and I click OK, it just gives it the extra snowy vibe to the snow background. And I think I might want to just put this back at 3 seconds just so you can get the full effect. Now I'm going to add overlay, and I'm going to add in all those pictures. So let's start off with this one. We're going to start off with this picture. I'm going to blow it up a little bit. I'm going to drop it down into the corner. You can't really see her, but it's like the fit is a vibe, so you want the aesthetic to be there. You're going to add another picture, and I'm going to use this picture. I'm going to blow this up a little bit more, and I'm going to drop this down right here with it. But I also want it to look like a collage, but I don't want them to overlap. So to prevent the overlapping right here, you're going to go to layer. You're going to drop this to layer 1 so that you can only see this part of her outfit. Then you're going to go back and add another overlay, and you're going to add another picture. Let's do this picture. And I would want just the upper part of her body to be in this corner right here. So we're going to blow this up, make this bigger, and add that right here. Now, of course, you don't want this picture to cover the other picture. So you're going to go back to layer, and you're going to put it at layer 1 because you want it to be legit in the background. And I'm just going to go ahead and add the rest of these pictures in, and I'm going to speed this up a little bit, and I'm going to come back when I'm done adding and adjusting pictures. Now we're gonna go and we are going to add in the animations for each of these. And I think I literally just want all the animations to be that they just come in, that they swing in, not spin. Yes, so I want them all to roll to the right for 1 second. And I'm going to adjust each and every one of them because I want them to all come in at the same exact time. Not add overlay. What you doing, girl? I'm adding all of the animations. This is what it's going to look like. So everything's going to roll in from the right and it's going to be calm. We're not worried about these at the end because I'm going to adjust it as we go. So being that I added all these overlays already, what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this after I adjust these clips at the end. Let me actually just do this very quick. That's that one. This one. Okay, or if they don't want to. And then what else stays at the end? And then we're going to adjust this one so that it's not going off to the end like the others. So when we go back, this is how clean we want it to look. So when it stops, we want it to, we want it to stop. And I'm not too worried about these others because we're going to fix, well, we're not going to fix it, but we're going to fix it. So these are going to come in like this, and this is how the video is going to look. So all I'm going to do at the end is I'm going to add subscribe right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Canva and I'm going to make a subscribe, my own little subscribe thing. So you can use this. This is what I used for my original, that's what I used for my original intro. Y'all, if only I knew how tired I am right now. But I'm gonna try something a little different with this one. So I'm gonna use Bake Fresh and I'm gonna type in, okay, when you're on Canva and two things are together like this, that means they're grouped. So you're gonna go to these three dots and you're gonna ungroup them. Then you're gonna click and they're gonna be their own separate thing. So now I'm going to type subscribe. Okay. I was gonna say, do I not know how to spell this morning? Or okay, so we're gonna make this, I want to say 96, yes. And we're gonna write subscribe again. But yes, so we're gonna write subscribe again. And we're gonna make this 96 as well. Now we're gonna group these a little closer to each other. And then definitely gonna change this color to pink. And then the effects on this to maybe like a darker pink. and then the subscribe can stay where it's at. Now we're going to add another text in the middle, something smaller, and this is where we are going to type Des Dior. Okay, I don't want it to look like that. Des Dior. Now, we're going to drop this down like this, and we're going to make it red, because we want to be able to see it. Now, we are going to, I don't want to put it in apricot, but I also don't want to put it in Sacramento. Now, if I do that, I would have to write it in lowercase letters, make this bigger, because I want it to sit in the middle. Jimmy script, nope, not feeling that either. Let's try this. Des Dior. Okay, apricot is doing the damn thing tonight, so we're gonna make this a little smaller, just a little smaller, and we're also gonna change the opacity a little bit, and then we're just gonna slap this right in the middle. Right now, I might want to change this to white, turn the opacity back up, just so that you'll be able to see it when I save it. And then I'm going to add some animation to these. You can kind of just play around with these. And I like block, and I'm going to do this one block as well. And then Des Dior can be typewriting. Yeah, that's cute. So we're gonna do that, and then when you save this, you're gonna download, well, you're not gonna download, you're gonna export it and download it, and then you're only gonna choose 18, because you don't want all of, because if you save everything, it's gonna come out as one whole video, and you just want this clip to be a video. So you're gonna save it. And I know you're probably asking, like, what about the transparent background? Give me a sec, y'all. I'm getting there. So we're going to come out of here and go back into CapCut. And let's hope we didn't OD on the overlay, so it lets us add this one last part. So after all these slide in, then right about here is where we're going to add another overlay. Exactly. I just knew this was going to happen, y'all. So you already know when this happens, what we're going to do. We are going to export this and go back into CapCut, new project, select what we just exported, and then delete the end frame. And then right about here is where we're going to add our second overlay. And it's going to be this right here. And then we're going to adjust it to right here. Well, hold up. Wait. Okay. So I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Drag this right here. And then we are going to go to cutout, Chrome key, and let's hope the Des Dior doesn't go away when I click on white. Intensity, see, and that's what I didn't want. I didn't want the, I didn't want the black or the white to go away when I do the Chrome key, so we are going to, I don't know why I just did that, but let's go back. And we're going to go back into Canva. And we're going to make it so that this is pink. And Des Dior is black. So now when we play it, see, and this is how it would save. And I don't want it to save that way. This is why we only choose this clip. And when I click play, it's going to play to the next one. And yes, I think I like that. But I also want to add the same effect that this one has. So we're going to go back. We're going to look at the effect and shadow. So we're going to click the same thing. Shadow. We're going to bring this down a little bit more. Or just line it up better. Okay. And then we are going to do this one more time. Download just page 18. And once that's done downloading, we will go right back to CapCut. And instead of deleting this, we're just going to replace it. And when you replace it, what you do is replace this clip with the clip that you recently just did. But also make sure when you're saving things from Canva that you're actually saving them so you don't have to go back. But if you don't, go back and make sure you save the video, go back into CapCut, and you're gonna replace the clip that you did not want with the clip that you do want. And it's gonna be the recently clip, recent clip. And you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna click cutout, you're gonna click chrome key, and you're only gonna click on the white part. And you're gonna turn up the intensity just so that the white is gone, but you can still see the Des Dior. So I'm gonna put the intensity at 2. And once the intensity is at 2, we are going to adjust it a little bit. Make it a little bit smaller, pull it off to the side. Just, you can adjust it how you want to adjust it if you want, however you want it to be. This is just how I feel it should be, and this is what it would look like at the end. So once we are done with this part, I kind of like but don't like the way the Des Dior part looks, but you know, this is how it's going to look, and we're not really worried about those clips that are at the end, because when I'm done putting everything together, everything is going to fall into place. So once you export the third clip, you are going to leave CapCut and you're going to go to Vita. Once you're in Vita, you're going to click on new project, and you're going to add the third clip, and you are going to go to effects, and we're going to go to the category Christmas, and we're going to add the same Christmas border we did as the first clip. We're going to drag that all the way out to the end, and it's going to give the third clip the same Christmassy vibe as the first clip. Now, once you're done with that, you're going to exit out of effects. You're going to go up to where your resolution is, make sure everything is the way you want it to, and then you're going to export it. Once you're done exporting it, we are going to put all 3 clips together. So we are going to put all those clips together. So we're going to go to new project, and we are going to just click all 3 clips and add them. This is still CapCut. If you guys are wondering, this is definitely still CapCut. Once we put them all together, we are going to delete this little end clip, and we're going to add some transitions. I know this already looks, you know, pretty good without the transitions, but watch when I add the transitions, it's going to give it that extra pop, you know? So we're going to click on this little line, and I like the bubble blur. Square blur looks nice as well, but I think the bubble blur just gives it a cleaner transition. So we're going to make sure that's at 1 second. not 1.1, just 1. And then we're going to do the same thing for this one, bubble blur for 1 second. And when you're done, this is pretty much what it should look like, or what you're going for, because it shouldn't exactly look like this. I feel like you should feel it out and, you know, add your own little twist and pizzazz to it. And, you know, of course, you're gonna export this, and once it's done being exported, this is what your video should look like. Real cute, real clean, real sleek. If Des Dior was to have a YouTube, this is what it would be hitting for. You know what I'm trying to say? Make sure y'all comment below. Leave me a nice little comment down below, y'all. I will definitely leave all the stuff, all the things down below that I use, all the apps down below that I used.